Today I want to get into JW Pressroom, the TikTok from the JWs. They got their own TikTok accounts and I want to get into it. I've been looking at it a little bit already, but I want to react to it, like and subscribe to my channel. I got many more videos about being an ex-Jehovah's Witness and Jehovah's Witnesses and their practice and what they're doing and how I view it from the perspective of being an ex-Jehovah's Witness. And I gotta check it out. JW Pressroom. Okay, let's get into that. So the first thing is I see, I'm watching this on my laptop. So I'm checking it out on my laptop. And the first thing that I see is that there are 4 videos and they got quite a bit of attention. It's 85.1k followers. Okay, so there's also an Instagram account of the JW Pressroom. And I gotta be honest, first I couldn't find it, but now I can find it actually. And here it is. But I'm going to watch the TikToks. Let's go.
Global communications. Jehovah's Witnesses are Christians, numbering more than 9
Christian religious group. Okay, so they're saying Jehovah's Witnesses are Christian is a Christian religious group. No, it's actually a cult. I thought they never considered themselves a Christian group. So they are like an individual group and then actually cults. That's what it is. If you look at their practices, they are not wanting to be involved into societal practices. So no, well, that's actually cults, you know? So no, that is like trying to sell yourself. And I understand that. It's on TikTok, on social media. I understand that, but it's literally trying to sell yourself right now. Okay. Oh yeah, and also a second thing that I noticed is that they turned off the comments. So there are a lot of they got quite a couple of likes, but they turned off the comments because you know why? You cannot have a discussion with a Jehovah's Witness. That is why, you know. And they knew that they were burnt to the ground, and people were throwing scriptures and whatever, and their experiences, and saying as it is, and what they believe in, and whatever. And maybe people from other cults, religions will tell them that their religion is their own truth and not the Jehovah's Witnesses. So, and whatever, you know, this is why. And also on jw.org, why they are not having any comments on.
Government officials, researchers, and human rights experts can follow us for the latest developing news. JW Pressroom is the official resource for breaking.
Yeah, but once again, people that are researchers. I'm a researcher when it comes to Jehovah's Witnesses as well, even though I have quit. But you are not allowed to, you can take the information, but you're not allowed to discuss it. It's not there to discuss it, you know? So yeah. Religious freedom reports? That doesn't exist there. Okay, I really gotta get into this more. It says at the end, learn more at jw.org/pressroom. I'm gonna look into it. I'm trying to find the reason why they're doing this. So it's a press room, of course. Official information about Jehovah's Witnesses and our activities for government officials, journalists, and academics. So are they doing this so they think we wouldn't put this out of context or whatever? Maybe this is also pressured for them to do this. So they're like, oh no, we're open to journalism, academics and stuff, government officials. So they wouldn't no, we're actually open-minded organization. What is this? What is happening here? It's definitely about themselves, not necessarily talking to, but what I see is also here, Norway's Supreme Court rules to protect citizens' rights to believe. But what I've seen later on this Instagram page is, let's see, so that's the next post. That's the next post here. Norway's Supreme Court rules to protect every citizen's right to believe. Yes. After a 3-year legal battle, Norway's highest court ruled that the registering Jehovah's Witnesses violated national and international law. The Supreme Court determined that the state interfered with religious freedom. Okay. Why this matters? More than 700 groups in Norway receive state grants and legal protections. In 2022, Norway stripped only Jehovah's Witnesses of grants and protections. More than 12,000 men and women were affected. A resounding victory. Decision is final and cannot be appealed. The government has to pay $1 million in legal costs and millions of dollars in unlawfully withheld grants. What the fuck? If a government targets one religion with impunity, every religion is at risk. Norway's highest risk has drawn the line. It joins a growing number of courts affirming that freedom of religion is non-negotiable. But then the victims that are being caused or have been caused, they're not looking at that. They will never talk about this, and they will never say sorry, and they will never be like empathizing with these people, right? Yeah, this is a video about Russian and how Russia, like how they people fall into, like the army is falling into people's houses because they are practicing being a Jehovah's Witness. Families remain separated within this within this cult. People are staying separated, like people are staying separate. They say this picture, people are staying separated in this video about Russia. People getting dragged out of their house, or like they fall, like the military is falling into their houses, or the cops, because people are, they say, like, families are being separated. Families are being separated because you cause it, being disfellowshipped is causing people to be separated. Do you even notice what that does to people? Okay, so now they're actually linking towards people, Jehovah's Witnesses, refusing to fight in a war. Ukrainians refusing to fight in a war. But you have to watch this an article. So they're talking about an article on the press room on JW.org. Well, this is a video about who are the Jehovah's Witnesses. So they're talking about that. And the comments are turned off here as well. Like on every post, it's turned off. So, but I'm gonna watch this one as well. And that is the last video from this TikTok page. Let's get into it.
I'm your classmate.
I'm your teacher.
I am your doctor.
I'm your lawyer.
I'm
Rather
your
not.
firefighter. We are Jehovah's Witnesses.
So this is a video about who are Jehovah's Witnesses, 9.2 million Jehovah's Witnesses, 241 lands, we help our community. So there are a lot of people, they're saying like, I'm your teacher, I'm your student, I'm your doctor as well, and I'm your firefighter and whatever. Those types of things. It's, well, first of all, so okay, now all of a sudden they can be in society. Look, us being in society, part of it. We're not outside of it. Where have I heard that before? I've been talking about this before, and like, look how good we are. And of course it's good if they're actually helping people and they're out there, but this is very corporate. It's a very corporate video, this one, and it's trying to lure in people, maybe journalists, and so they can say like, no, but Jehovah's Witnesses say they're doing this and that, and how can you say this is not what they're doing, and they're doing other things? But if they say like, we are your doctors, like, you don't want a Jehovah's Witness to be your doctor? That is illegal. That is illegal. That can be illegal, right? This has to be illegal. So I don't know how they're doing it, but and also we're helping the people like outside. If you're and then also, how can you participate if you're not participating at all in society? How do you participate? So yeah, these little, like they say, like these jobs you could have, and it's very much discouraged now. Now they're a doctor. How can they be a doctor? How can, you know? It's very discouraged to study. It's very discouraged to do certain things. But they're making it out to be like it's so much. We're so much out there. We're so much helping other people. We're so much out there. We're doing the good things, and that's what they want to show to the world. But you cannot discuss this. You're not allowed to discuss it because there are no comments. You cannot talk about this and then actually show it. Talking about, okay, so I want to get into the conclusion of this page, because this is just, wow. What I've seen on this TikTok page, and it's also on Instagram, of course, JW Pressroom, is that they want to manifest themselves within the like a grander scheme, which is interesting because they never really want to cooperate or negotiate or whatever to make things look better than they absolutely are. So things that I want to talk about are saying in Russia that people are getting separated while you are doing the exact same thing with people that are not listening and not doing what your organization wants is very foul. That is so hypocritical. I'm going to be very honest about this. This is very hypocritical. And people are getting dragged out of their houses because it's like Jehovah's Witnesses aren't very loved in Russia. And we all know that. But maybe not only that, I also wonder, whoa, this is crazy. I also wonder if these are actually scenes from other attacks within Russia and the war, and not only Jehovah's Witnesses getting dragged out of their house or being attacked or whatever. But that aside, they are pointing a finger to the thing they are doing the most, talking about being a Christian, being Christian people. We are Christian, religious Christians. No, you're not. You never wanted to be that, and now all of a sudden you want to be that. I don't get it. And like, okay, there's freedom of religion, but talking about separating is something that they are doing. And these are corporate videos and articles, and you cannot discuss this, you cannot talk about this with them, and it's exclusively for journalists, whatever. It's a foul move. I think this is a foul move. It's for them. They can, of course, they want to present. They want to like show like how good we are. Look how amazing we are. And that being said, I wanted to show this picture up here, and I think that is very disturbing. I just found this on a TikTok account, and this is what Jehovah's Witnesses really believe. And I saw people saying like, I'm laughing so hard, this is so true. Look at it yourself. This is disturbing and crazy, and no, I don't want anything to do with these people if this is the reality. Okay, that being said, thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much. Like and subscribe to my channel. I just wanted to talk about this because I think it's crazy. So, okay, that's it. Okay, I just want to say peace.